Greeting everybody, this is Rain again coming at you. Please share this video to as many people as you can. Subscribe as well because we need this information to go out to as many women and to as many South Sudanese out there. I appreciate you. Thank you. This information is very valuable to us.
A few months ago to the embassy. She holds the position of political affairs in the embassy. She's the minister plenipotentiary. So she's the third ranking in the embassy. She just came about 3-4 months ago. And we're so glad that you're able to come to join the community. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation to come and speak. Thank you so much for welcoming me. Ms. Lina Ajak, President of South Sudanese Community Association in DMV. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Okay. Mr. Ben Bell, South Sudan team lead, African Affairs, Bureau of African Affairs, am I correct? State Department. Yes. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm very honored to be among you people. Happy Women's Day. Thank you. I know Women's Day has been celebrated always in March 28th, but for me, every day is a Women's Day. Every day is a Women's Day because we women, we are having an achievement every day. Through our smiles, through our work that we are doing at home, we are doing in our workplaces, through everything that we are doing, this is a Women's Day. And as I can see you people dressed smart, very smartly, loving, happy Women's Day again. Thank you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the South Sudanese community have given me that I have to speak something about women's education. But I'm not going to put my speech as a speech, but rather like a question to us, to me and you. If you see the theme of this year's, the UN theme of this year's is about digital for all. That means innovation and technology. And if you see other themes, women empowering, women empowerment, equality, it's only to education. How can we educate? How can we help our girls back home in South Sudan? And it's good that you people you have raised it. You, our women who have been in the US, you got a very good chance. You have opportunity, you have skills, experience, and you are still acquiring experience from this country. How can you help our girls back home? Or what's your association do? What are the plans that the association is doing to help our girls back home? So these are some of the things that I want to talk about. If we see in our transitional constitution of South Sudan, in the Bill of Rights, Article 16, it has said that women shall have the right to participate equally with men in public life. But is it happening? No. It's well written and it's very clear. Everyone can read it and you can think that it's happening. So we need to challenge ourselves. Is that happening really? At all levels of government, to readdress the imbalance that we have with our history. Because if you see our history, we are back. Our customs and traditions have been affecting us. So we have to ask ourselves as women, and we have to ask ourselves, we who are here today, have we really reached that level of participating equally in all public life? And then again, if you see in the same transitional constitution, in the Bill of Rights, Article 29, it has stated also education for all. That education is right for every citizen without discrimination. Again, we have to ask ourselves as women, are we all in school? Are our girls all in school back home? We have to also question ourselves that we are questioning ourselves as women. We don't talk as politicians. We don't talk as our politics is women. Are we in education? Are our girls in education? In the villages? If we take in Upper Nile, we take in Jonglei State, in the 10 states of South Sudan, are our girls in school? What are we going to do? These are some of the questions that we have to put in our mind as individuals or as the association. So when we think about that one, what I want to say is, I'm very glad and I'm very happy. I'm still 4 months old here, as my sister Nyakan has put it. And even this is the first time for me to interact with the community. And it's a surprise for me to find my colleague, Lina. I think we separated like 20 years ago from the university. 20 or 18 years. We have been in the same university. And I'm happy to see my in-law here. Though during the wedding we danced until morning, I did not meet her. So I'm very happy for supporting my sister. And you know us very well. We have studied in a university for women. Yeah, we have gone in Afat University for women. We all women there is no men. Except maybe lecturers, but there are not many. And then you know the perception about that university. With us, among us South Sudanese, that these ladies who have studied in that university, they will not get men to marry them. These are some of the things. No, are you from Afad? No, you are tough. Are you from, discouraging, and even discouraging some of the girls not to join the university. A discouraging one, but good enough. We who graduated from that university, now we have a social media platform whereby we are posting on it our children, our men, so that the other girls will know that Afat women are not women that graduated and not get married. you know that perception, the perception is still among us women, among us South Sudanese. Then again, what I want to talk about is you South Sudanese women who are in the diaspora, especially in the US. You are a blessing to us back home. The knowledge, the skills, the experience that you have in this country, the exposure you have exposed yourself. You people now, you are talking about 5G, artificial intelligence, and you are going to 6G plus. Back home, we are still in 2G or 3G. So how can you help? How can you educate our girls through the social media platform that you people are having here? How can you help us? These are some of the questions that I want us to reflect on it. It's not that we are just celebrating this day today, but you have to go with that question all over in our individual capacity. What are we going to do to help our girls in South Sudan? And then again, we have to ask ourselves, how can we fight the cultural barriers that we have? It's very tough. It's very tough and it's very difficult. And our tradition, we are 64 tribes in South Sudan. But if you see our culture towards women, it's all the same, with no exception. With no exception, it's all the same towards women. So we are one, we have to stand together and see how are we going to break these cultural barriers, the harmful traditional practices which are against us as women. So we have also to think, Yeah, we have some girls who are not enrolled in schools. We have some girls who are in schools. We have to think about them. How can we keep them to continue with their learning? They're in schools, but how can we sustain them? Because some of them are dropping out from school. You'll find them dropping out with a simple thing that will make a girl to miss her learning program. Let me give you an example. You know, some girls, they don't have sanitary pads. So during their period, they will miss a learning. They will not come to school because they don't have sanitary pad. And they don't know even, not even sanitary pad. They don't know. Because for us, even we women of South Sudan, let's be realistic. My mother is a graduate, is well-educated mother, and a high-class working. My father is highly educated with so many degrees. But one day my mother never taught me. When I was a teenager, she never taught me that, you know, my daughter, at this age you will experience this one. From this one you have to go to this one. And this she never. Why? Because it's a taboo in our culture. Yeah. To tell your daughter something about sex education is a taboo. But what about us who are exposed? What about you? You have exposed to the Western world. How can you help our mothers back home, raising their awareness, telling them that it's not a taboo? We are in 21st century. Now, whether they like it or not, they will hear it. Whether you like it or not, they will find it with the neighbor. So why not for us to raise awareness through, I hope you have a social media platform, the association. Why not for you to raise awareness through your social media platform? I think our people back home, they will see it, or creating a program whereby you people can go and visit at least and interact, not in the city, but in the villages. Those who are affected are in the villages. The city, they are okay. They can get, they have internet, but in the rural areas, how can we help them? So that they will make our girls not to miss school, our girls not to drop out from school. We have to tell them this is bad and this is good. And then again, as I can say, the problem is as women. Yeah, in 2021, there was a video, a photo that went viral. A secondary school girl, she got pregnant with a student also with her in the same school. She got pregnant and then she delivered when the exams is almost 2 weeks. So she determined that she's going to do the exams. She went for the exams and the mother went with her carrying the baby. After the examination break, she came out and she was breastfeeding the baby. So all the journalists taking the pictures and it was on the social media. So the discouraging words on the social media to my surprise are from women. You know, they were like, how can you leave her to continue? She's going to train other girls to do the same. How so many discouraging words again. But when you see the men, the way how men have commented on that one, that go girl, this is the spirit. Tomorrow you will be the president of the Republic of South Sudan. Oh, that's wonderful. We have to encourage our girls to go to school. Oh, you know our problem, we have problem as women of South Sudan. We have to admit it. We have to be one. We have to support ourselves. We have, you know, this thing of covering up. You know your daughter is doing this and you are covering up. There are certain things that you cannot cover up forever. Yeah, you have to tell. And also we have to put in order for us, to stop these kind of things. We don't need to educate our girl child alone. We have to educate the boy child.
Yes.
The boy child, we have to educate them from the beginning, from the childhood, so that they have to know that it's their responsibility to respect the girl child.
Yes.
I'm saying that one because I'm a mother and I don't have a girl.
Yes.
I have 3 boys. I have 3 boys, and my elder son is now in high school, in senior. So when he was going to school, one day I called him and I said, Samuel, can you come, we talk? And then he came. And I asked him that, how many times am I staying with you? Like talking with you? Then he was like, Mama, I think maybe, he was very honest, that I think it's maybe three hours in a week. You are not always there. And I told him that exactly. And I like the confidence and the honesty that you have. I'm always busy. Apart from the work that I'm doing other work to sustain you people in school, to provide for you, to give you good education. This is what I am. Now, outside there is another mother like me who is working very hard to keep her daughter in school. So you are a teenager and you are in high school now. I know that you people are going to have parties. Please don't mess up with someone's daughter there. If you do that, my son, you did not shatter the dream of that girl alone, but you destroyed her family. And you destroyed the community as well as our country. And I told him that my eyes is on you. I will not leave you alone. So you respect all the girls with you in school. You respect all the girls with you in class. You respect their decision. You respect whatever they are. They are not commodities. They are human beings like you.
Excellent.
So this is what we have to do. All of us, we have to do it, irrespective of what. We have to do it. We have to educate for us South Sudanese women, for us to get that what we want to be equal. We have to start teaching our boy child how to respect us women. All of us, not only his sisters, no, but all the women in South Sudan. Now, thirdly, also, I want to encourage you, the association. You can also use your media platform, or helping our women. In South Sudan, if you go now to Juba, these small businesses are running by women, most of them, and they are very successful in that business. They are really successful. They will make sure that they bring something in their house. At the end of the day, people will have a meal at the table. And they are working very hard from morning to sunset. And then with the technology that you people have, the knowledge that you people have here about technology, we have it. We have mobile money transaction in Juba, which is very successful. It's helping these women instead of carrying money, and you will get trouble with thieves and all this one. They can just use the mobile money and use their transaction. But again, the mobile money is okay. We need to help them and tell them that how they can be secure. With these scammers, the threats that they can get through the technology, we have also to help them. And you can help them through your social media platform, telling them about the bad side of the technology, the good side, and how they have to be mindful of, suspicious people, talking to them, asking them about their PIN number, their account number. Some people doesn't know because someone will call them and then they will say that, yeah, these are people from the bank. They are from the bank. Let me give them the details because they don't know. If you people also use your platform to help them, I think it will be much, much appreciated. So what I want to talk about, which is not so much also, another thing is I want to tell you, we have to work together. You have to work together, the association. You have to lift each other up as women. When we are not lifting ourselves up, when we are not loving ourselves, I don't think we can move an inch. We need to love ourselves as women. We need to work together. Again, what I want to tell you is that we have to dream. Dream big. Dreaming is free. There's no dream with money. You have to dream big. Every day when you dream about something, you put it down. Tomorrow you dream about another one, put it down. And you will come and see that your dream has come into reality. Thank you very much.